Tell Alice Ruth Bolton she can't. Tell Ruthie Bolton she won't. Tell mighty Ruthie Bolton she isn't. Then watch. Watch the negatives turn into positives. The 16th of Linwood and Leola Bolton's 20 children made a career of it. When you learn the Bolton family principles, you'll see hard work, expected. Attitude matters. And faith is foundation.
Being from a big family definitely has a lot of great benefits. You learn how to share. You learn the lesson of adjustment, which my dad taught all of us. And the lesson of adjustment is being patient, being able to sort of sacrifice and just having a great character. And so my dad was always, had lessons for us to learn.
For a family the size of the Boltons, basketball was the sport of choice. Simple math. A game that required 10 bodies was just right.
The typical stories that, we played with a rim nailed to the tree. It sounds like it's all staged because you hear it a lot, but it's true. I remember us having a bicycle rim on the tree. Then we had one of those rubber tire rims. So it's like so I started out playing probably when I was 7, 8, trying to play, and then I continued to play. And basketball, I think, was a sport that we catered to because having so many siblings and cousins, 10 could play. Imagine having a sport where just only 2 could play. It would be a lot of standing around. So basketball was a sport that was fun. You could get a lot of people involved. So I continued to play it, loved the game because it was always physically challenging, whether, it was jumping, running, you had to play defense. And so it was definitely very demanding on the body, which is something I was very enticed by growing up.
In a family this size, it wasn't likely you'd be the first to do anything or be the best in the family. And that was certainly the case with basketball. Ruthie's sister, Mayola, 15 months older and 1 grade level ahead, was the first Bolton girl to garner attention for her skills on the hardwood.
Mayola is 15 months older than me, and she was a year older, and yes, she was definitely highly recruited. Tennessee, Connecticut, Stanford, all the top 20 colleges wanted her, and well-deserving because she was an amazing player, very versatile, could shoot a jump shot, could rebound like a guy, play defense, had a long arm span, wingspan, and just was a very competitor. So everybody wanted her. She dominated on the court.
Her time on the high school court, both with and without her sister, still tops Ruthie's favorite Magnolia sports memories.
My greatest thrill as a Mississippi athlete, I want to say it was my state championship. It was because I remember just that game. We won 2 years in a row. And, Mayola was obviously the star of the team. We won that first year. I don't know who we beat, but we won by 1 point. That following year, we had a good team, but we didn't have a great team. So we had a big shoes to fill, considering my sister was gone. So, we had a good season. I don't know what we went to the state. I don't know what our record was. I don't know, maybe we had lost 1 or 2 games. But we were playing in the championship game with the same team. And I want to say with 5 minutes left to go, we were down by 10. Coach Bird was our coach. They had the trophy sitting on the table. He said, y'all gonna sit here, y'all gonna make an excuse. Y'all gonna let this win go down the drain because Mayola not playing or just settle for just getting second. And we saw that trophy. He said, you either get that trophy or that one. And that big trophy looked a whole lot nicer than the other small ones.
The two Bolton sisters intended to reunite on the Auburn court. But that would not be as easy as Ruthie had thought. Despite her own stellar prep career, Ruthie was not met with the same treatment, nor welcoming as older sister Mayola and then head coach Joe Champy tried mightily to sway the younger Bolton hoopster to another program, even promoting the idea of a junior college. Mightily as he tried, mighty Ruthie Bolton would not be denied, again falling back on her father's gospel words and the 3 pillars of Bolton life: hard work, attitude, and faith.
But no schools really show interest in, show any like they really wanted me the following year. And Auburn, so what I had to do is like call Auburn University because I was looking at my watch and I'm like, okay, I think the recruitment process is, it was getting late in the game. I think about July. So I called Auburn. I said, hey, what's going on? When am I going to come to visit the school? And then that's when they informed me that, well, we, I guess sort of budget-wise, we don't have the funds to fly you, but we can put you on a bus. And I said, okay. And I thought it was a little bit strange that my sister flew and I had to ride a bus, but it was like, okay. If that's what I got to do to get there, then that's okay. So I went to Auburn on the bus. I remember like it was yesterday, 8 hours on the bus and got there. They picked me up. And I can remember being extremely hungry. So we went to the coach's house, Coach Hamper, to eat this amazing Italian food, stromboli. And I think I remember they used to laugh at me because they said I used to eat like this because I guess being in a big family, I ate like this so that no one could take my food. And so like they were like, Ruthie, okay, it's okay. We're not gonna take your food, So, but anyway, Coach Hamper, after we finished eating, he called me in the back, and I was excited because I'm thinking he'd get ready to tell me about, we're so excited about you coming to join your sister, because she had a great freshman year, and she was almost freshman year, running up behind Clarissa Davis, I think. But unfortunately, they told me that, we just, obviously your sister is, several levels, well, at least a level two above you as a player for skills-wise. Maybe I need to go to a junior college and come back, and that I just wasn't ready to play at a Division I school. That took me totally by surprise. I'm like really like amazed that I'm hearing this. Like this is my possibly last chance to go to college and play basketball, and then you telling me that that you really don't want me, or if I came here, I probably wouldn't play to my senior year. It was discouraging. It was very disappointing in my mindset, and I'm thinking like, man, how can a game that I love so much that I may not play anymore?
The life lesson earned as a senior at McLean High School would serve her well. Come 1986, the same scenario played out with the same results. Mighty Ruthie Bolton came to play. As Champy noted, every time a negative is posed to Ruthie, she turns it into a positive.
Ironically, my mom passed away in January of '95, and I was over in Italy, and she was always talking about the Olympics. Every team I was on, is this the Olympic yet? I said, Mama, no, it's not the Olympics. And I said, I'm hoping I get on the Olympic team one day. She was always wanting, obviously, one of us to make the Olympic team, or both of us. And ironically, she passed away in January. And I want to say February or March is when they announced, that same year, they announced the Olympic pool, that we were a part of the initial pool of Olympic players. And I could just think about how excited my mom would have been. And it was sort of bittersweet. I was so thrilled to be in that pool of players. And then, but sort of sad because my mom not being able to share that experience and the memories, share that moment with me.
But Ruthie did more than just make the team. She led the team, consumed with a desire to win. She wanted to will her team to victory and carry her team to the end goal.
I knew that I had defensively carry a team on my shoulders. And so she told me the night before the game, she said, she asked me first, she said, what do you think we need to be gold medalists tomorrow night? I said, we need teamwork, we need unity, we need, obviously, rebounding, we need to play like our life depended on it. And she said, yes, all that's true. She said, but she said, I don't want to put pressure on you, but you are the key to us winning. I'm like, me? She said, you gotta play defense like we can't do this without you.
Bolton's place in history was solidified with a new gold medal, and she continued to write history in her first season with the Sacramento Monarchs in the newly developed, highly marketed Women's National Basketball Association, more succinctly, the WNBA.
Definitely the genesis of the WNBA was '96 Olympic team, because it was to me, it was right on the wall. The style, we knew that if we fell short, it was like the camera on us. And we know we don't get the coverage that Mia get, the guys, and they always say, is it gonna last? So we knew that we had to we had to go there and we had to do it right. We had to win to go. Anything less, oh yeah, they not ready. We know we had to go there and perform at a level that there'd be no question of doubt.
A two-time Olympic gold medalist, 1996 and 2000, and WNBA All-Star, Bolton scored more than 2,000 career points, is fourth on the WNBA's all-time three-pointer list, and is the only player in the history of the Sacramento Monarchs to have her number retired. She was the first WNBA Player of the Week in July 1997. Tonight, she enters the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. Ruthie Bolton is a Hall of Famer. Welcome, mighty Ruthie Bolton, to the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame.